back to the red carpet of the Kente Culture Story documentary here at the Golden Eagle Cinema in Kumasi. Now with me right now is Papa Yao from TV3.
Yes.
How are you doing today?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm having a lovely time here dressed in my Kente. I can see that you've also donned a bit of Kente yourself.
At least to spice the night up.
Just to add a little spice of glamour and regality. I love it, I love it. Did you pick out this piece of Kente specifically for any meaning or significance?
First, I pick it for tonight. The colors, royalty.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Now, you've graced us with your presence here at the cinema for the Kente Culture Story documentary. What are your expectations for this documentary today?
The history of Kente has been a checkered one, and I'm just hoping tonight we're going to see actually what the real history of Kente is. The intricate way of putting it together, the technique and the patience, we want to say it. Kente weaving goes beyond the art that we see. Yes. If you don't have the patience, you cannot do it.
So you're saying that if we have anybody out there who's interested in getting into Kente weaving, if they're impatient, they should look for something else to do?
Yes and no. If you are ready to learn, I think Kente weaving can tone you down.
Can teach them some patience. So wow, so not only can Kente be a source of our history and connecting us to our roots and our culture, but maybe it can even be used as a therapy tool of sorts.
Yes, the value chain of Kente, it's huge and wide.
It's almost infinite.
Yes, culture, tradition, economics, business, and what have you.
Wow. So what you're saying now is that Kente is not only versatile in its designs and the intricacy of combining designs and colors, but also in its uses and its impact to society.
Yes. We have those who go for the cotton. We have those who stretch it and get the little threads out. Those who put the threads together on the loom to do the strips of Kente like I have. Then we have those who put the strips together to make the cloth big. We have those who cut it beautifully like the one you are wearing. So the value chain is huge. It has the economic potential to develop the country, but we've not tapped into that potential. And I hope this documentary will open our eyes to what Kente can do for us.
Wow, I couldn't have said it better myself. Now, while it's also our hope that Kente will open new doors for exploring the use of Kente and to bringing in more income and revenue to our Ghanaian economy, what do you think will be the more socio-economic benefits of Kente as far as our connection with other black people in the diaspora?
The art of making Kente itself tells us the history of African Americans or Black Americans in the diaspora, the history of them being moved from the coast of Africa, and we have a lot of forts and castles dotted around the coast of Ghana as a point of no return to the Caribbeans, West Indies, and the other parts of Americas. So you see the intricate way of weaving Kente. When you turn back and look, you will look at the difficulties, the pathways, the crossroads of cutting people from Africa for no fault of theirs as slaves to the West Indies and other parts of the Americas. So they are intertwined.
Black people in the diaspora have for so long been so far removed from their true history and their culture. And many of them spend a lot of time grappling with the inability to truly discover where they came from. With the emergence of DNA testing and websites like Ancestry.com and 23andMe, people are able to understand the specifics of where they came from, but they still do not have the history of where they came from. So would you say that while a lot of our culture and our history is not written, it is woven into Kente and into our art? So Kente can be a source of their history and finding and retracing their roots.
Definitely. Can I blame them for not knowing a lot about their culture, where they come from? I cannot, because where they find themselves now, the Western media portray Africa as a place not to be. But when you come here and you see what is here, then realize what you watch or listen to in the West. It's not
even close.
It's not close at all. It's a non-starter. And so Kente could provide a pathway for people to know where they come from. If you are out there and you are in love with Kente, it's a start. You know that Kente comes from West Africa, and from West Africa you can narrow it down to Ghana. So for a start, you know there's a link to Ghana. You come to Ghana, you'll be surprised by your name, little bit of history that you can tell about yourself. You can be pointed to a particular area from Ghana where you may come from.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Well, it's clear here today that there are a lot of great expectations for the Kente Culture Story documentary. And truly, it is all of our hopes that this Kente Culture Story documentary can not only be a source of inspiration, but a tool to educate the masses, not only about the beautiful history of Kente and the intricacies of weaving Kente, but also of our own history as Black people. Thank you so much for spending some time here with me, and I hope I can see you again after you've watched the documentary to hear some thoughts.
Thank you for having me. I will be around and possibly be around for the Accra premiere too.
That would be so wonderful, so wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.